Maseches Kesubos daf Tzadi Gimel. Tosis daf Tzadi Beis and Beis discusses the halachas of taninan liyasmi. And Tosis says, even though the tine of mezuyif, you can't tine it for yesomim, however, peraiti migu the mezuyif, you could tine it for yesomim, because the father would be nemon. With peraiti migu the mezuyif is not shchiach, he can't tine it for the yesomim, but peraiti migu the mezuyif, the same way the father could have tine it, who then you tine it for the yesomim as well. And Tosis brings the proof from the fact that you can tine chzarti migu the nensu, even though nensu you don't tine, but chzarti migu the nensu you do tine for yesomim. The Ramban in Melchemes and Baba Basra argues on Tosis, the same Tosis in Baba Basra, that since the whole namonos of puraiti is migu the mezuyev, so therefore if there's no time of mezuyev for yesomim, so if nafal hayesoy nafal habinyan, so therefore you can't be namon with puraiti migu the mezuyev if the yesomim don't have the time of mezuyev. Rabbi Chanan Chelik Beis is meirich in the gedorim of migu. We mentioned the shurim, the El Daf Yud Gimel, and all the shurim. He's married with the tremendous chakir. What the get of migu is, it's migu and non sahadi. Since it won't be lying, you say you better lie. Al korchoch. The taina is saying now is true. Or migu is a koyach taina that the koyach and the namonis you have and the other taina goes over to the taina that you taina now. So B'chanan says that the Machlokes Ramban and Tosis is totally in this chakira, because if the gather of a migu is a raya, the Akorchi is saying the truth, because you could have said Mezuyif, Sedif, Yinem, Paraiti, Sedif by Yesomim, they don't have the ability to say Mezuyif, they cannot be Nem Paraiti. But if the understanding as Migu is, they get the Koyach from the other Taina, Sedif, since there is Namonos, that the father had the Mezuyif, so that could give you a Koyach to the Taina Pru as well. Then Rabbi Chanan continues that you could say that they're arguing in the ged of taninan liyasmi, and everyone agrees that the ged of migu is a koyach taina, that the koyach, you could have said another taina. In the taina mezuyif you get to peraiti, and the machlokes is in the geder of the din of taninan liyasmi. We mentioned the chakir from B'chanan Le'el on Daf Peizayin. The B'chanan learns machlokes Rashi and Tosis Le'el on Daf Peizayin. If the ged of taninan liyasmi is that the koyach that the father has, Kilo goes over to the yesomim, and their schus the yesomim is b'teiloda from the schus of the father, or it's din b'fnei atzmai that bezdin is taninan on behalf of the yesomim. So B'chanan says it could be that's good for the machlokes Ramban and Tosis, because if the get taninan is mikoyach the father, so therefore since the father had on the monos of peraiti migud mezuyif, so therefore that koyach goes over to the yesomim. However, if it's independent koyach that the yesomim have, then since they don't have a migu, it doesn't help you the fact that the father had a migu. I need to say if Kovetz Chedushim from Mereinu, Meir Hirschkut Shlita, that we mentioned this year, and Daf Yud Gimel, on other shiurim, that's meirich in the gedorim of migu when he brings nesivis, it's mashma, like a B'chanan, that if migu is a raya, then it won't help the yesomim. However, if it's a migus, a schus taina, then it would help the yesomim. And then the mayor asked, that's going to come out, that if it's a migu of taina mu'ula b'yoyse, like we had on Daf Yud Gimel, that there's no greater strength in this first taina, then it shouldn't pass on such a migu tanina b'chlal. So Meir says, according to his yisoid, and the ged of migu is that the pshat is that's not an ansadi, it's not a koyach taina. Rather, every taina has a koyach to win in din, and when it does not win, it's because we machzik it from rashaka. So therefore, the halacha of migu is the malay the shaker, and you can't be machzik his taina as a shaker. So the bottom line of his koyach is midin taina, so therefore the taina that the father had could go over to the yesomim midin taininan the ayin sham. Moving for the Gemara says, Oma Abaya, moving Shemocha, Sodel Shimin, Shaloi Ba'achayis, V'yotzol Asikin, Achli Hichzik Yochalachsa by Mishehichzik Eini Yochalachsa by. Rashi learns that's talking about that the buyer did not yet pay for the field Because if you pay for the field, then how could you back out after the sale was already final? And the Chazon Ish asks, what's the understanding on Rashi? If the Lekech didn't pay yet for the field, then why can't he back out since he was Oren and there was a rumor that there was something wrong with the field? What's Mechayev, the Lekech, to pay for the field since he heard that there's a rumor against the field? So why does he have to pay to reimburse the seller for the field? What's Mechayev him to pay, and how can you moitzi moment from the Lekeach? The Stapler Bab Kama says a tremendous chiddush to answer the Chazon Ish's kasha. He says that when Lekeach buys a piece of property, besides for the fact that he has to pay because he got a piece of property for that, he also has to pay from the fact that the seller did a service for the Keach and gave him a piece of property, like a schirus, for the actual mice of selling a piece of property. So therefore, even if it's a bar that it could be it's not his because he's a lawyer, nevertheless, the Keach has to pay to reimburse the seller. Moving further on, the Mishnah brings cases of someone that had three different Kesubos issue with different amounts to the Kesuba, how they divide the property. And the Gemara says that the mission is like Reb Nosson. However, Rebbe holds Chalukah b'shava, and there's a machlokes. The Rach and the Rif Ayin Tosfos. What does it mean Chalukah b'shava? That the Rach learns that even if you have two different choivers, one is owed 300 and one's owed 100, nevertheless they divide the property b'shava. And Tosfos and other Rishonim argue that it can't be loksamidas adin if they'll be Chalukah b'shava. And tzorchi, what the beer and machlokes Rishonim is. I know B'chonon over here in Sameach that explained that the machlokes Rishonim is totally in a tremendous chakira. Let's say there's two choivers of $10,000 and the property is $10,000, so therefore they divide the property b'shava. Is the pshat that they both have a shibud on the entire value of $10,000, or the pshat is since there's two different shibudim, so therefore each shibud is meineya and holds back the other shibud from being chal, and the bottom line, they each have a shibud of $5,000. So the Achronim say it's totally in the machlokes Rambam and Ravid. If you have two choivers on the same property and one of the balei choiv come and teifes the entire property, that the Rambam learns, although the halacha is that's yachloiku, if one of the balei choiv is kodem v'tofas, then he's zeicha because of his tvisa. However, the Ravid holds he's not zeicha with his tvisa. So B'chonon and Sameach explained that the beer and machlokes Rambam and Ravid is if each of the shibudim is on the entire property, so then in kodem v'tofas he's zeicha. However, for each one of the shibudim is only on half of the property because there's another shibud, so therefore the tvis is not mahani b'chlal. So B'chonon and the Sameach explained that's good for the machlokes and now a sugya that if you have one property of $10,000 and one Bal Choivo is owed $10,000 and one's owed $20,000. So if the pshat is they all have a shibud on the entire property, then we can understand the svara of Ben Chananel that the Chalukah b'shava because they both have a shibud on the entire property, but each one of the choiv is meineya and is megareya the other choiv. So therefore, the Bal Choiv that has a greater shibud has a greater schos, and then the one that has less of a schos. And that goes over simcha on our Sameach that brings that the say that dvarim is mavur in the Ramad and the Babasra and ein pshach. And Hilchos Malv Aloiva that says a different beer in the machlokes that they're arguing what the ged of Shibud Nechosim is. If the pshat in Shibud Nechosim is a kinyan in the Nechosim, so each one could be mineya chaveira because there is another kinyan and a schos in the nechosim. However, if the ged of Shibud Nechosim is because nechosim the barinish in arvonay, it's a din arvos that nechosim has to pay back the loan. So then, even though if there's a second choiv on this property, it's still considered that each one has a shibud on the entire property v'ayin sham.